On. Hi, everyone. Hello, NAWBO Nation.
Woo!
We are so excited to be here with you this morning. I'm Margaret Brown, and I am the social media strategist for NAWBO HQ. And I am here with Christine.
Christine, that sounds good right now. That's like yummy food.
I know. Oh, we should make up a Christine. I love it.
Very cute. Christina Morales-Heaney, who is our current NAWBO National Chair, and Susan Dawson, who is our incoming NAWBO National Chair. And I'm so excited and honored to be here with you both. They have a lot to share with us today, just a lot of really cool things. But before we get started, just want to ask you all, how have you been? How's life? Things good?
I think we're all hanging in there. I can speak for my San Antonio chapter. Let me tell you, we're all doing everything we have to do, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, there's not an alternative. So we're trying to keep smiles on our faces.
Yeah.
Yep, we're doing what we can, Every day there's new challenges, but I think, we're all rolling with it by now. We're used to it. So, doesn't make it any easier. It's just less of a shock.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Well, so I'm in California, Texas, and Chicago. So, we're all experiencing this a little bit different. I am not in LA proper. I'm just outside of the city limits. So I think it's a little bit different for me, which is nice. I'm here in the suburbs, and I've never been happier to be in the suburbs than I am right now. But anyway, we are the same. Our chapter, NAWBO Los Angeles, I just feel like I'm looking around, I'm looking at our members, I'm looking at them online, and I just see so many people doing so many things regardless of what's happening and just moving their business forward. And then here's NAWBO at the helm of it all, helping and assisting. So I think that's where we're going today. We have a lot of announcements to make, and so I'm going to let the ladies take it away and tell us all about it.
Well, thank you, Margaret. And even though we can't be in person, I don't know what I would have done without my virtual NAWBO visits, experiences. I know that they're not exactly what any of us expected. I know they're not exactly what we wanted, but hey, pat on the back, NAWBO, because we've made the best of it. And wow, has our national team done an amazing job getting us into the virtual world groove. So thank you for that. So we had last week before Thanksgiving, because days run together, especially through this pandemic, member news went out. And it was a great one. I think, Sue, it was 16 reasons to be grateful for the NAWBO Nation. So right off the bat, number one was our digital presence. And I could not think of a better way to enjoy this holiday season by showing our gratitude to our national team. And then we have this technology committee. And ladies, you know who you are. Thank you very, very much. And you are members because you have shared your recommendations at least the last couple of years. I mean, we have worked hard at our events and in focus groups, in conversations. We want to hear. We asked you, our members, and you know what? We listened, didn't we, Sue and Mark? We listened. And I'm sure many of you, phase one of this new digital presence, have experienced the brand new website. So this is technology, right? So we're always going to need to continue to improve this digital experience. And we always know and we understand that there's room for improvement. And to be successful, we need to continue to hear from you, our members. So if you take a look at that November member announcement email you received probably last week, I think maybe before Thanksgiving, under that number one reason to be grateful, we ask that you click on the link that's provided and help us update our list of business categories that are meaningful to you. So we're going to continue to ask, and we sure want to continue to hear from you. Thank you so much. Now, another one of the reasons why we can be very, very grateful, especially during the holiday season, is for our NAWBO holiday store. Take a look at it if you haven't already, and consider giving the gift of NAWBO to those women business owners who need it most right now. And how can you do that? Well, you can gift an entrepreneurial friend with a NAWBO membership. That is so cool to be able to do that. And I will tell you, at the national level, and I'm sure in all your chapters, we have all come together and we have helped so many of our members through these very trying times. And we want to continue to do that. And we wanted to give you an opportunity to do that. You can also purchase your client gifts and highlight your logo on these gifts that you share with your clients. And you can show your appreciation to your chapter's partners and supporters by giving a gift of NAWBO. And you know, Margaret and Sue, what we really can all be very grateful and thankful for is that a portion of every one of these gifts we purchase goes into a scholarship fund that supports NAWBO members that are hit hardest. And this is done through membership and event registrations. That is really cool. And that goes to show you how fabulous and caring and giving this organization is. Okay, it's almost 2021, thank goodness. And 2021 is going to be a great year. Yes, right? Okay. So what happens in February? Can you believe, I think we were in Albuquerque at that time this year? Yeah. But virtually, we're going to get together again February 4th and 5th for our Leadership Academy. Now, there's 2 tracks to choose from, and you're not going to want to miss out on either of these tracks. You can choose from one of them. There's tools and resources for our NAWBO chapter leaders and professional and personal leadership skills training for all our members. Now, you got to remember, ladies, even if you're not a chapter leader, all our members are welcome, right? All our members are welcome. And it's a great way to figure out if, hey, I think I do want to be a chapter leader. Let me go check this out. You will love it. You'll love the experience, even virtually. And you can take advantage of a $25 in savings by registering before December 31st. Now, in section 5, that's number 5 of the member news, you can read more about the Leadership Academy agenda, the fabulous speakers, and a really delicious chocolate tasting experience. I'm looking forward to that. And the 6th reason why NAWBO Nation is grateful, we are offering a scholarship opportunity that will enable 20 women business owners. You can be a member, you can be a non-member, to attend our virtual Leadership Academy at no cost. So be sure to apply through the link provided in your latest member news. And Sue, it's your turn. Tell us what you need to be grateful for.
Well, you're right. I agree. This member news that went out just earlier this week is so full of so much great stuff, but it's also easy to go through and pick out what you're looking for. So one of the things that I wanted to call out was the town hall that we had recently, we had a huge turnout, great discussion in the chat. And we're planning another town hall coming up. But if you missed the first town hall, we were talking about it's our advocacy town hall. We're talking about our bipartisan advocacy efforts, what we've done, what we're preparing for, talking about how NAWBO makes decisions as to what to support. What is our litmus test? How do we do that? If you want to watch that, either just for yourself as a member or to help out your chapter, if someone missed it, you can still watch that. It was recorded, and the link to that and the password that you need is in the member news. But we're also having another town hall, another advocacy conversation on January 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So mark your calendars. We're going to be unveiling our 2021 advocacy agenda to communicate out to everyone so that everyone can understand where NAWBO's going with its advocacy in the new year. But one of the places that we're going, right, Christina, is New Orleans, right?
In person.
Fingers crossed.
Experience too for those that can't attend.
Right, exactly. So New Orleans, October, for our Women's Business Conference, the 2021 conference. So due to the pandemic, we are planning on having it be a hybrid event at this point. So it will be both in person and virtual. But because of the hybrid component, it's going to be very limited in person. So if you are interested and you want to be in person at that event, now's the time to register, especially since prices will increase on January 1st. So make sure that you're looking into that. You go through the member news and find out information about how to be in person with us, because Christina and I are going to be there October 17th through the 19th, coming up in 2021 in New Orleans. How could you pass that up, right? And I'm just excited to be in person with people. I just can't. I'm just fingers crossed that we're gonna get there, and we'll be able to be together. So the other things we've got coming up, I don't know, but I know, actually I shouldn't say, I do know, because you and I were just talking about this, Christina, the amount of virtual programming that we've announced and the schedule coming up in this first quarter of 2021 is amazing. Just amazing. I love how hard NAWBO HQ has worked on getting real, like the virtual programming that not only that our members need, but also when you look through it, it's our membership is coming out, and so many chapters are represented and so many members are represented in bringing this information out to the membership at large. But one that I'm interested in that goes along with us all flying to New Orleans, right, is that our first installment of the e-learning series is sponsored by Southwest Airlines and is talking about getting back in the air and what air travel will look like in 2021. So those of us who rely so much on travel for our business or for our personal lives, or just can't wait to just need to get out and go somewhere, this is going to be a really great e-learning presentation, because you'll get to hear direct from Southwest Airlines what to expect from your airlines in 2021, what travel is going to look like. I'm guessing that she'll be talking about safety and those types of issues. So it's going to be just a great one to watch. And it's, of course, one of our sponsors, one of our partners, Southwest Airlines. So looking forward to that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What about you, Margaret?
I will unmute myself.
So put you on the spot.
While you were both talking, I was adding all of these links into the comments. I'm just adding the virtual programming. You can see them all here. I'm going to be, well, I already am super excited for an event we have coming up on January 5th, and it's reverse goal setting for 2021. I can't describe it to you. I don't want to blow it, but I also just couldn't do it justice. But Stacy Brown Randall has a really, really cool outlook on goals and how to achieve them, how to write them out. And I think everyone's going to be really blown away. And so that's virtual programming happening on January 5th, and it's just part of the agenda, the link that I just posted in the comments, along with all of the other upcoming events. So there's a lot happening, but that reverse goal setting is going to be really powerful. So as we're all entering 2021, and I definitely have a positive outlook on it. What could be even say it, but it's gonna be great. So anyway, I'm grateful for NAWBO so much, just personally, professionally, and we have so much power here. And can I just say one thing?
Please.
Thank you. I want to say that from an outsider looking in, even though I know I'm in because I work so closely with.
Like, are you an outsider? Not sure where you're going with that.
Yeah.
NAWBO does not get the recognition that it deserves. If I'm allowed to say that from an outside perspective, looking at all the other work that gets done, not just my little tiny sliver that I do. And I feel like I do a lot, but there's so many. If I'm in a meeting, a NAWBO HQ meeting, there are so many components, and I'm like, we're doing that? Wow, we talk to them? Oh my gosh, we know them? I mean, I'm just like blown away at everything that NAWBO does, and very rarely is asking for anything in return. So I think it's important that all of us who represent NAWBO as leaders or members constantly are, just reminding everyone, we're stronger together. Become a member. Someone says, oh, but it costs money. I said, yes, but, it's an investment in your business and also in an organization that is out on the front lines for you every single day. And it's nominal when you think about it that way. So give the gift of NAWBO. I will be honest and say this: during COVID, before the gift of NAWBO was even a thing, I did give a gift of NAWBO to someone. And, I can say that, my business was not, ironclad to COVID. I went through a lot of challenges like everybody else, but it didn't matter. I said, I'm going to double down. I have faith in my business. I have faith in the women business community. I have faith in NAWBO. And so I'm putting all my cards out there. So.
And Margaret, it's not only a great investment for our business, but it's a wonderful personal investment as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, right, Sue?
I couldn't have gotten through. We're not done, but I couldn't have made it even this far without NAWBO. I know, without my sisters, without the people that I can get on these calls with, the community, the people that I can reach out to. We have a NAWBO Connects coming up, and I know sometimes people find it hard to make time, but when you think about it, whenever you get on, even if I really have to squeeze the time in, I always come out learning something. But even more than that, I feel like I've given someone else something to take away from that call with. And that's just as important, that I contributed to the community in some way. So even if it's a small way, even if it was just a smile at someone who needed it, right? So it's important that we take that time and we like you said, recommit, re-engage. And I gave out some gifts of NAWBO too. I've given out too. Before we announced the gift of NAWBO. I'm excited. So
I mean, and then I know Christina, your family and Kathy's, right?
Yeah.
Provided
scholarship specific for Leadership Academy.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, this is the thing. It's like, I have to even say it. I know we're live, but we have nothing to hide, or we're not. My husband even made a donation to NAWBO because what he learned through a NAWBO webinar helped him and his business with his PPP.
Right.
And so he felt like I needed to give back to this organization. And I'm so grateful. And it's like, it all starts with us, right? We move and then people recognize, you know, so I'm just so great. I'm grateful for this community. And you're right. Going to the Connects, I'm at a loss of what day it's happening. I need to find that out and get that on my calendar as well. But
I'll find it. It's in the member news.
It's in the member news.
I'll find it. You talk, I'll find.
Okay, you find, yes. You're right. We get put into these groups, the small groups, and then we're just talking and we get to know each other. Sometimes we talk about business, sometimes we don't. I remember I was in a room with you, Susan. We did not talk about business. We talked about, I'm not going to say what we talked about,
yeah.
but
we had a great breakout.
It was a great breakout.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, hearing from women business owners on this topic, I needed that perspective.
Right.
And I never asked you for it.
Right. But sometimes we don't need to talk about our business necessarily, but we need to talk about things in our personal life that maybe impact decisions we're making in our business, even if you don't think about it. Right. But the Community Connects is January 6th. It's Wednesday at 5 p.m. So every Wednesday at 5 p.m. and they're starting again January 6th.
And you know what else?
5 p.m. Eastern.
Haven't we, and we've talked about this, I know Margaret, you and I have, and maybe Sue and I have too, but I feel when we're looking at the glass half full, right? I feel like we've had more of an opportunity this year to get to know more of our fellow members and non-members because of the way we connect virtually.
Yeah.
And I sure do, and I know I've said this, I sure do like that when we're talking to these ladies and visiting, their name is right there. You know, we can't when we're together, we can't wear our name tag here or here. And I'm one of these people that just go up and say, you know what? I always remember faces. I'm terrible at names, but this virtual thing with our names at the bottom is really, really helpful. And then I didn't even think of it. And it might've been Deb Snyder who said, or someone, or maybe it was Elle for the town hall said, be sure and put not only your name, but your chapter. And I wish I would have been doing that more often so that, you know, I can associate Sue with Chicago. I know that Margaret is LA. So, okay, this is me grasping for positive things.
Yeah. No, we definitely, I mean, even the board, I mean, members, we are connecting so much. I think in this time in history is like, you want to get to know the national board, how they got to where they got, you know, to this position in leadership, where they're going from here, where you're going from here. This is the time to do it, because when we're in person, I know Mary Kravitz and I have a thing. We've known each other for years now, and we love each other, but we do not really hang out at in-person events because we need to go to events, we need to work, we need to meet new people. And that's the thing. So you're just so strapped on time. And here it's like, oh, now we're in breakout rooms every week together talking about life. So I think that's so special. And we're getting some comments on the Connects and just that they're revitalizing. They're so encouraging. And then we have a new member. I know she's a new member because I've seen her many times. And we're getting some comments. I know business names now. Said, thanks for the info on the Connect. I want to join the next one. Absolutely, Amy. You absolutely should. And Nancy Corpenning, who is a NAWBO rock star.
Yes.
Virtual events continue. Oh, yes. They will definitely continue, Nancy. Like, even after this, we will always have a component. We've always had a component of virtual programming. Now, this is the thing. And tell me if you agree with this. Programming is amazing, and we have some great programming. They're hand-selected for our members. But I know that people really love the speed networking components and the breakout rooms. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. That's what we've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone just wants to talk. Nah, I'm a not. No, Nancy.
Just like you've said, I've really enjoyed getting to know people so much more.
Yeah.
And expanding my community, just my network of people that I can reach out to when I'm in need. I always think of NAWBO as that resource, right? Like I started with NAWBO in 2008 when the economy was taking a nosedive. That was when my business started. And it was the people that I met in NAWBO that helped me put together what I needed to do to make it through. And now here we are with COVID, and it's the people in NAWBO that I'm reaching out to. But like you said, I have made so many more friends this year through NAWBO, and really deepened those relationships because there's no difference. I can't talk to my friend down the block in person. I got to do that by Zoom. So I can call my friend in California by Zoom too, right? I mean, so it's really kind of broken down those barriers of thinking in terms of just your chapter and expanding to friendships all across the country. And I've really enjoyed that component of COVID.
Yeah.
The COVID shutdown experience, which there's not a lot that I'm going to say it's like my favorite time. Not going to say that, but there, like you said, Christina, there's good parts to it. So yeah.
And that's what's so grand about this organization, because we have searched for those, we have embraced those opportunities, and we have prevailed, haven't we, Margaret?
That's right.
We have our staff, Margaret being one of them. Hello. Yeah. Round of applause. You guys, like
our staff.
Our staff. Yeah. NAWBO HQ staff. Oh my goodness. Where would we be without you? You guys have just done more. I hope members truly know how above and beyond each and every one of our staff has gone this year to help keeping this organization going forward.
And I want to also point out, yes, the national board, our leadership in all our chapters across the country, but our President's Assembly Steering Committee, our PASC, they are the face of NAWBO in the different regions that they're representing. And we cannot forget how important their roles are and everything that they do, serving as leaders in their chapters, then being part of the PASC, and that's not easy work.
No.
It's not. So what is it, gals? Teamwork
makes the dream work.
Dream work.
And we have some great comments coming in. I'm going to read them. Lena Morris out of Orlando. See, it's like, when would I ever know what chapter someone's in? I know where you're at. She says she's used this opportunity to really connect with other chapters, and I have seen her at LA events. I've seen her at LA events. And Nancy recently became a NAWBO virtual member after moving out of the Atlanta area, and she says that this has meant the world to her because so many virtual opportunities now exist. So so grateful that our members are seeing that. And yes, NAWBO HQ, I've seen it with my own eyes, and I feel like I do a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
You do, Margaret.
But I feel like I am like a tiny little piece of everything that's happening. I don't know how it all gets done with such a small team. So I guess it's a lesson in hiring. Hire people that believe in your mission.
That's true. Well, and also, how about having a leader that you can just believe in and would do anything for. So Jen Earl out there, right?
Yes.
I mean, the embodiment of servant leadership right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you're a chapter or a business owner who's having issues getting your chapter members or your employees to do things, take a look at your own leadership. I mean that with all due respect.
Right.
Because it goes back to you as a leader, not to them as the team. And when you're the leader, you get an extra load of responsibility. But I'll tell you, Jen is the kind of person, she doesn't do this all the time, but I want you to know the type of clout that she has, even in my own life, is on off hours. If there's a situation, I will do whatever she needs me to do, because she doesn't ask all the time. It's just when things need to get done, and you're just happy and glad to just serve right alongside her. So
I agree.
Very well said.
So anyway, did we miss anything?
It's been so much fun.
Yeah, it's so good to see you guys.
And you know what, NAWBO Nation? We are already making our plans for our opportunities for Facebook Lives in 2021. So we are, it's been just over a year now, maybe a year and a half we've been doing these. And thank goodness for that. Okay, I hear an echo, but y'all hear that too?
No.
Okay.
I just got a text.
Oh, is that
That was me. Sorry.
Okay.
But Margaret and go ahead, Margaret. You wanted to say
loves your earrings, Christina, and I want to just say to your Facebook Lives, people need to understand that we can have 3 other people on this screen right now.
I've got to show off my NAWBO sweatshirt. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's pretty.
I love it. It's this
I like
most comfy
the
thing. I got it at conference, so I love it.
Super cute.
Well, Margaret, this has just been amazing, and I cannot wait until we see each other next year, because it's going to be sometime, hopefully sooner than later. But my heart is filled with the NAWBO warmth and the strength that each and every one of you make possible for me, especially when it's been really tough times. So thank you. And I just want everyone to have the best holiday season that they possibly can.
Yep. Okay. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We will be back in January. And that's it. We will talk to you soon. Bye.